we are now connected to the Almighty. When you have that fellowship, it's interesting we're discussing that in Sunday school this morning. As you have that fellowship with the Lord, it's experiential. It's your own personal journey. Nobody else can experience God for you. It is your story. It is your own journey. But of course, as you go through that journey, the Lord empowers you. You get stronger. You do amazing things. Why? Because you have the ear of the Almighty. Subsequently, the world gets to know who God is through you. That's the whole point of being a Christian. That's the summary of everything. You know who God is, and the rest of the world will know Him because you saw Him. Because what you did to your neighbor. Because you lent a helping hand. Because even though you got a black eye from that man, you still prepared his breakfast. It's hard to do, but that's how we know you are a child of God. Just then we're talking about evangelism. I hate to say it though, we have not influenced the society we are in, not a whole lot. We're doing something, but at best we are nominal. And so this morning, if you were to write a caption to this message, the title is The Multitude and Us. The multitude and us. And people say the multitude and me. We already failed in not influencing the multitude. If anything, actually, those of us who say we are Christians, we have become part and parcel of the multitude. People should often ask, why is it that we are not really different? I remember once again of that story. I shared that story some time ago. Somebody went to look for work, and they requested for 3 references. That's how that story goes. We need 3 references because you have applied for this job. And so reference number 1, this person gave was the pastor of his church. Reference number 2 was the Sunday school teacher. Reference number 3 was the choir, the person that led the choir also. And the employer came back to him and said, we really like to have somebody as a reference, somebody who knows you on Sunday, but also somebody who also knows you on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, and on Friday, and even on Saturday. We don't want only references that know you on Sunday. Well, meaning, some of us are really different people on a Sunday in the church. On other days and at other times, we are really completely different people. It brings us to the text this morning. There was a prophet, Prophet Isaiah, who for these many, many years that this king Uzziah was king, never really encountered God. And because he never really encountered God, the man's prophetic assignment was on hold. Just imagine now that you are asked to do something. You know this is what you are supposed to do, but you're not really doing what God intends you to do. That is why, even in the secular world, you do something, choose a career, do some work, that's really, really what you are supposed to do. It's very critical. Why? Nobody can fire you when they know you are indispensable. The only reason somebody gets rid of you is because they know. You can always pick somebody from the street to replace you. I mean, who do you think you are anyway? You are changeable. You can be expended. But there are occasions where before they write that letter, they will think again. Why? Because you have what nobody else has. You are unique for that role, and so you get to keep your work. You even get to be promoted. Sometimes they will ask you, why don't you want to stay? And you are like, no, I don't want to stay. You are now in control of what happens to you and your life. Why? Because you are uniquely qualified. And so one of the challenges of being, of course, in the world is like that. Become a mediocre. You will not become a mediocre in the name of Jesus. Your children will not become mediocres in the name of Jesus. And so, here was a king, here was a prophet. He was under the rulership of this king who, for some 52 years, I believe, everything was fine. But of course, this king had disobeyed God. And for the very first time, he goes to a place like this to worship. And he encounters the living God. The Lord will visit somebody today in the name of Jesus. Amen. He will encounter him afresh in the name of Jesus. Amen. And of course, as he comes in, he sees something different. Why are we unable to influence the world around us? Why does everybody think they can even kick you around, even as a Christian? Because some of us hide. We don't even want to say we are Christians because you don't know what they are going to say. This morning in Sunday school we are discussing, do you truly know who God is? The Lord asked Moses, go and tell the Israelites that you will soon be leaving this bondage and slavery. Moses was wondering, who do I tell them sent me? Well, who am I supposed to say sent me? The only God we know are the gods of Egypt. And you know Egypt had different gods. But who is this? And God told Moses, tell them that I am that I am. Which means, for these people, the only God they know is the one they were told in stories gone by. The God that delivered their father through the Red Sea. They have not seen that God before. Why are we not able to influence the wider society? Why? Because we don't really know who God is. The God of yesterday is the same God of today. He is the same God of tomorrow. And that's the reason why God asked Moses to tell them that I am has sent you. He wants them to know that even now. He said, now, I will set you free. Amen. And so, even if you look in Exodus chapter 3, 17. Exodus 3:17, if you can put it. Exodus 3:17. And I have promised to bring you up out of your misery in Egypt into the land of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, a land flowing with milk and honey. Now, the Lord will take you into your own land of milk and honey. Amen. Now, not yesterday, not now. Amen. Now, the Lord will take you into that next level. It's not only the God of yesterday, the God of now. Say, I am that I am sent you. Why are we not able to influence even people around us? Because they have not experienced the I am that I am, the one we profess. This morning we were sharing in the Sunday school. We were sharing something about knowing God through reverence of Him. We also discussed about love. Do we really even transmit love to our friends, to our fellow human beings, to the people we meet on the street? Way long time ago, I was trying to gain a place in the graduate school in this land. And so I had written to school, in fact, University of Minnesota to be precise. Even at that time, I didn't know Minnesota could be a very cold place. But we had a challenge at the time. The challenge was, where I was then, it was a crime for you to possess the US dollar. This morning, now that people just go to the store and charge and do that, there were places, it was a crime to catch you with the dollar. The truth is that you had a minimum. I believe then the minimum was an equivalent of 60 British pounds sterling. So if you had like equivalent of 60 pounds sterling in dollar, that's the much you were allowed to have, both for travel and whatever you needed to do. Anything above that, you had some explaining to do. And so I could not pay for the relevancy test I needed to take. And then one of the professors that I really was intending to work with in graduate school, he sent me a note. And he said, tell me how I can pay for this test for you. If I said, give me the address, tell me where to send the money. You don't know the man. You don't know this person. You have not seen this professor before. But only have expressed an interest in working with this professor because I like what that professor was studying. Have you, even as a Christian, can you extend the love like that? Can you extend help like that? Why are we not making any influence? Do we really love people? Do we know God? Not as a historical God, but as a God of now. Like Moses, do we make excuses? Go, say, no, who am I? I'm standing here and I can say that to myself. Who am I to stand here to say something? But I'm saying it because I believe the Holy Spirit is empowering me to do so. Amen. Say, who am I? What excuses am I giving? Do I know my neighbor? How do I influence people around me? How do I influence Coplay? I cannot influence them if I make excuses. It's brave that we talk to people. See what a pastor and the wife did this morning and see the consequences of their action. And God always does that. Do what God wants you to do. Like that pastor always says, and leave the consequences to Him. It's also great to know you have to revel in God's power. One of the advantages of trusting, having that strong faith in God, is that something special can happen through you. If you read the book of Acts 3, even 4, 5, you will see, you know the story of the man at the beautiful gate. Note, Peter and John did not pray for him. They just commanded him to get up. That's all. And walk. They did not pray. It's another thing to pray. It's a different thing to command. One of the challenges, one of the reasons for a whole lot of us, in spite of the faith we are not even able to reach, is that we do not exercise our authority in God. So you are co-heirs to his son, and therefore you have the authority to decree and declare. Pastor was praying this one. He said, your word can create your world. I think that was his expression. You can use your mouth to say what will happen to you. You can decree and declare, I shall not go back again. I shall not remain poor again. I will not be backwards anymore. I move forward by fire. I march into my destiny. I go up. You decree and declare. You can say it as many times as you want. And some people begin to wonder, why should I say to that? The devil does not like your prayer. I hate to tell you one other reason then why we have trouble reaching. For your information, we were doing that in the Sunday school a couple of weeks ago. This world is ruled by the devil. Satan owns this place. It belongs to Lucifer himself. It isn't your world. It is by the grace of God that you are not consumed. Yes, you are a child of God. The blood of the Lamb was the ransom that gave you that promotion, that gave you that elevation. And so, from this text, let us speak just a couple of points. The reason why God really came down in a unique way for this man in this vision was there was a different kind of worship. When you come to church, how do you worship? What do you think worship, praise and worship is all about? Worship is not about the instrument. Worship is not about me or the choir. That's not worship. Worship is your focus on God, knowing why you came to worship. Did you come to give thanks? Can you look back? It is October now. Can you look back from January? For 2 years, I was driving all 1 hour for 5 minutes one way just to walk. And there was not even one day I had a car break down on the highway. Hallelujah. Not even for 1 day. And sometimes I'm there wondering, you are here already. And you're asking yourself, what do you have to give thanks for? There are people, we are sitting here now, I don't see anybody dragging an oxygen tank behind them. There are people, you move them in their wheelchair, you also move an oxygen tank behind them. You think they are not human beings? You think you are really better than them? You are thinking, what do I praise and worship God for? And so, for the very first time, this prophet saw what worshiping God was supposed to look like. You see the description, how he described the seraphim, how in their sanctuary, how he described everything that Isaiah chapter 6 verse 2. He said, in that year that this king died, I saw the Lord sitting upon the throne. Why does it take the king to die before he now knew, this is the God I'm supposed to worship? And because he did not even know this God, he could not influence the people around him. You are a prophet. You are not prophesying. You are a prophet. You have a prophetic assignment. But you are not carrying out that assignment because you are not even able to influence people like that. And why? We do that all the time. These people, we begin to condemn even those behind us, those neighbors. We say, no, just because they don't come to church with us. No. If you go back, even in Isaiah, for example, if we go to Isaiah 5:20, Isaiah 5:20, that's in Isaiah 5:20. All the man saw was evil. He said, woe unto them that call evil good. And he saw things that are bad. People putting darkness as light for darkness. Woe unto them that are wise. See, he saw woe. And this woe he was crying was for everybody else, but not him. But for the first time, he said, Isaiah 6:3. Oh, Isaiah 6:4 actually. For the first time, it dawned on him. In verse 5, so then said I, woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst. How can I influence somebody when I'm like them? What's the difference? A lot of difference. We are the same. And now I'm supposed to influence them. We are the same. He now saw for the first time that it is really not different. The challenge of the church really is it the world that is engulfing us? Or are we completely now part of the world? I mean, what prevents me from saying something? I can't get over, especially the restroom situation. Now when I travel and I'm thinking, there are now 3 different signs in some places for restroom. I said, which one now? So if I'm in the men's restroom, somebody who now says I'm no longer a woman and I'm a man can walk into that restroom. Technically, that's what it means. Because somebody is now saying, but wait, God, I don't really like who you said I am. I think I have a better idea of who I want to be. And you don't even have a right to criticize it. It is my own feeling. It is a different world. I'm not even saying anything. And so, I begin to ask questions, which is the right direction? It is the world around you. And so, the presence of God must be manifest in us. We said that we should not put confidence in the flesh. We were discussing this morning. And we should always use the Holy Spirit. When this man saw true worship, he became convicted. We all need to be convicted. I need to be convicted myself. What I thought was, there's no way I can be different from where I am. It's a terrible thing, but as children of God, we need to stand up if we really want to influence the world around us. He started to pray, and God forgave him. Said the angel with tongues of fire touched his tongue. God is not touching you with tongues of fire, but now he has given us his son as a ransom. And so there is a God of forgiveness. There is a God of grace. My prayer is that God of grace will forgive us. Amen. That God of grace will give us a second chance. Amen. To influence the people around us. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. I don't have a whole lot of time left, but I'm quickly going to run through some of the things we need to do. We need all to enlarge our capacity for God to work with us. You know, that prayer, we begin to malign that prayer. Of 1 Chronicles 4:10, we call it Jabez prayer. Say, Lord, that you may enlarge my coast. There's nothing wrong in asking God to make you a billionaire. That's not the point. Ask God to give you the resource. The whole idea, though, is resource for what? God may ask you, why do you need $1 million? But with $1 million, you can do a lot. You can influence other people. If somebody needs help, somebody says, I can't even afford 3 square meals. I say, but I can help you. I can pay your rent for 2 months, for 3 months. That's what that money is for. It's for you to extend a helping hand. How do you influence people around you? I think somebody is going to say, but for that man, but for that woman, I would not have gone to school. I would have been very, very poor. And so we have to enlarge our capacity for God to use us. In Isaiah 54, verse 1 to 2, Isaiah 54, verses 1 to 2. Isaiah 54, it says, you sing battle when you go to the next verse 2. 2, enlarge the place of your tent. Stretch your tent. Say, stretch. You have to stretch your tent. Enlarge yourself. What that means is that you'll be able to do more than you think you can in reaching out, in touching other people, in touching other lives. In the name of Jesus. Amen. And so, you need to stretch your influence for the glory of God. But here is the challenge as well. This world belongs to the devil. It is not everything that you see that is black and white. That's why we pray for revelation. We also pray for wisdom. What was King Uzziah really? Who was this king that prevents this man from experiencing the fullness of God? That is an evil veil. That can be an evil cover over yourself, over your life, over your family. There is even something about location. Why was it in that place in the first place? You can be at the wrong place. You can be at the place where there's evil cover over your life. You will not even know it. You can be a place that's really just darkness. I have a book with me that I'm trying to read and finish. And the reason I was reading this book is written by a lady. Her name is Dr. Rebecca Brown. Send me the practices here in the US. And because she was a Christian, she had unique encounters with patients. There are people that come into her practice, nothing is wrong with them, but still something is wrong with them. And so, some of the things she highlighted, I'm just going to read just one of those very quickly. And Dr. Rebecca writes that this well-built 35-year-old man came to my office with the following complaint. My life is being destroyed. It is falling in pieces around me. I can't put my finger on any particular thing, but I know it is happening. I am dying. This is the patient. I talked with him and questioned him for over an hour, seeking the key. His health was excellent. He had no medical problems, did not feel ill in any way. He was a Christian, although he did not have a deep walk with the Lord. His marriage was happy, his children well, his relationship with his entire family good. He had a good job in which he was happy. Finally, as I questioned him about every body system, he said, I did used to have trouble with my sinuses. Until 3 years ago, but haven't had any since. He used to have sinuses. Interestingly, he had told me that it was over the last 3 years that he had had the feeling that his life was falling apart. This is the patient talking to the doctor. What happened 3 years ago to cure your sinuses? Oh, I went to Dr. So and so and had acupuncture. It really worked. I've had no trouble since. That was the key. During the physical examination, I ran an electrocardiogram, an EKG on him. While the EKG machine was tracing out his heartbeat, I suddenly felt an overwhelming presence of evil in the room. This is an MD practicing their talking. Immediately, the young man's heart stopped. I wasn't exactly sure what I was dealing with, but I rebuked the evil in the name of Jesus, and his heart spontaneously started beating again. His heart had stopped beating for over 1 full minute. Afterwards, the Lord revealed to me that evil